Okay, buyers today, 3 tips for VA buyers. VA buyers, number one is you have to use your VA loan. I mean, you don't have to, but to be honest, it's literally 0% down to buy a home, and then it's free. Your stipend, wherever you're based, gets your amount to pay the rent. Instead of paying that rent, you can use it towards the home you buy with 0% down. So it's literally getting a home for free, which is phenomenal. Since, and trust me, you should. For everything you do for our country and fighting, I salute you. Thank you. I mean, we really appreciate it. But that's the whole point of this VA is you can put 0% down, you get your stipend wherever you're at different bases, levels, and it pays for your mortgage. So it's brilliant. So why not use that? And you don't have to use the full amount what you're pre-approved to. So go get pre-approved from a lender or call me. I'll send you to a local lender here, Olympia, that helps all my VA buyers. So you have 0% down. If you use an agent like myself, we find a home where we can negotiate to get you closing costs and everything else paid for as well. And the VA covers or makes the seller cover some of the closing costs. And then we can get more closing costs on top of that, or even price reduction depending on the home and the location where you're at. There's some great homes if you're used to rentals and you like the cookie cutters, the easy, low maintenance, clean, straightforward. Absolutely, call me. I know a lot of them coming on the market, off market. Even if they're on the market, let's go take a look and I'll show you. But you should be using that VA loan. Now, a lot of VA buyers, I get the stigma as well. I'm not going to be here for too long. It's 2-3 years. I'm going to be moving. I don't actually want to live here when I get out of the military. That's okay. I knew a lieutenant colonel. He bought every single spot he went. And there's a few different tricks to this, but he basically bought, and when he moved, he used it as a rental. Actually gave it to friends in the military that he knew that were moving there or were there, and basically used it as a rental for them that did not want to buy, which is brilliant. He built up an amazing rental portfolio. So that's tip number two, is you can actually, there's many options depending on what's going on, but you should be buying at every base you go and have rentals. Build up your rental portfolio, because there is tricks and tips to how to refinance out of VA, or how, if you're not using all the VA, you can still use more of the VA, you can pay off the VA, different ways to go around that. And so if you have questions like that, I'll actually have you talk to an amazing VA lender that knows every single detail of that. So you can sit down and be like, all right, this is my plan, this is what I'd like to do. And it requires no work other than talking to him, getting pre-approved, which, yes, it's like giving blood, doing the paperwork and all that stuff. I hate it. Been through it countless times, but once you do it, it's worth it in the end with the reward of having a home and then getting the stipend, getting it paid for. Then if you start moving different bases, which you do naturally, you can start having it as a rental, and you start building up that portfolio of rentals. So that by the time you're out, if you're doing your 20 years and you start this year 5 or wherever you're at, you have 3, 5, 7 homes. That's huge. That's a big base of retirement plus a retirement as well. I mean, you're set. So that's tip number two, is you can buy multiple homes depending on how you work it with the VA loan. So one, use it. Two, figure out how you're going to keep buying with the VA homes. Number three is, if you do want to use your VA loan, remember that you need to talk to a professional lender, because the lenders are going to get you set up and pre-approved the right amount, and you don't have to use the whole amount. So that's what I get a lot of VA buyers are like, do I have to use the whole amount? How much do I actually have to bring with cash and everything? And I guess this is just me reiterating, 0% down. Let's get you a deal on closing costs. You don't need to bring any money depending on what we work with the lender. Find the right lender. So there are definitely some difficult lenders and there are some good lenders. It's like everything. But go with who you're comfortable with, who you've been working with, who you have a relationship with. If you need some recommendations, let me know. But then also find the right broker. Not a real estate broker. Find the right real estate broker that's not just going to sell you on a home. Just here, pick one, take it. No, you want to find the right location, and this is part of point 3, is location is going to be critical, especially if you're using this as a rental down the road. So if you're not going to retire here, it's just for 2-3 years and then you're off, but you're going to use it as a rental. You want to make sure the real estate broker knows the right areas that it's going to be key for the rental. So not only that it covers the mortgage, but a lot of people want to rent it. Otherwise, if you're way out in the boondocks or bad part of the area that's not going to rent, or the price isn't going to get the value, then there's no point, unless you just love it and then you want to sell it in 2 to 3 years. You can make some money doing it that way too. I've had VA buyers buy it and then turn around in 2 to 3 years, sell it, and they made a quick $30,000, $50,000, $70,000 depending on the market and where it was going. So there's a lot of options for you with the VA buyer, but the whole point of it is using it, not letting it sit there, not waiting until you're out and then using it as a retirement, because you can always keep using it depending on the amount and the value. And then if you need to, you can sell it and then reuse it again, which is brilliant. I love it. I wish I had that. And again, that's a great benefit for you guys fighting for our country. So thank you again for your service. Last thing is we do have a VA event tonight. I know it's a little late notice, but it's Tuesday, June 20th, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., 676 Woodland Square Loop. Corey Clark, Team Crony is going to be there as well, and they'll go over a lot of VA stuff with you at the seminar. I'll attach this flyer to the end of, I'll click it on the post. You'll see it on my post as well. So if you have questions, you're here in Lacey tonight, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. We do have food and drinks. Feel free, swing by. It's all free, and you get to hear some people talk, or if you come at the end, you can just ask them questions and not worry about the speech. Probably not the best thing to say, but depending on what you want, or you can pick our brains as well. Message me, call me if you'd like. Other than that, make sure you use that VA. It's huge, it's beneficial, and that's the whole point of it, is making you and creating equity and money and getting you in a nice place and taking care of you. Okay, Captain Ron out. Have a good day.